My warmest greeting to all my brothers and sisters in the struggle against tyranny. Today, I wish to address you all directly. It is my hope that through this new medium, I can reach closer to the heart and keep you informed of our efforts. It is unfortunate that my first address comes on such a sad milestone. December marked 11 months of the military coup in Myanmar. On the 1st of February, our country was besieged from within. Since then, we have all fought a desperate battle for survival. Our survival, our people's survival, our country survival, and the survival of our very ways of life and the democratic institution we cherish and yet for. These past 10 months, the most horrific in our nation's history, have shown that the Myanmar people are resilient beyond all measures. Their world cannot be broken or taken away. They will not be swayed by false promise nor cowed by threats of the military junta. Our people have spoken. They spoken clearly in 1988, then again in 1990, and again in 2007, and finally in 2015. It seems as though the military had finally listened to the will of the people of Myanmar. Our people want what they have always wanted, what all the people fight for, what all men have inalienable right to. Our people want to be free, free to live their life, free to who they are, free to carry on a tradition of their ancestors, free to worship their God, free to speak their minds, free to elect their own leaders, and free to decide their own destinies. The key to this freedom is our democracy, the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. A system where all men and women are equal and all ideas can be heard and debated, where the will of the people is more powerful than the Lord or any laws on edicts or military generals. Yet again, our people cry out for democracy in 2020 November 8 general elections of Myanmar. Free and fair election with a clear and unambiguous results. The people rejected the military junta, the military dictatorship, the military rule, and once again demanded the free and democratic societies and governments of Myanmar. To the military, this was a dead nail. They know that in democracy, they cannot continue to hold the reins of government and siphon millions out of nations' industrials and resources and commit war crimes with impunity. Democracy is the death of autocracy and authoritarianisms, and the military dictatorships and military actions since the election prove that they are committing to one thing only: continuing the military dictatorship which has cast a shadow of Myanmar since 1962. 300 days ago, the military provided us with all evidence we need to know that they supposed step back from power following 2015 elections was a fierce. They had expected that the Myanmar people would be satisfied with the winner of democracy, a few small concessions of freedom and empty speeches. They took the people for fools who will not know that their democracy is a fake, that their constitution is self-serving, and their words is meaningless. Our people showed the courage and integrity to stand up to the military lies and demand their rights and freedom. We all saw the 1st of February how the military responded to these demands. Within days of the coup, we saw exactly how the military sees us, the Myanmar people. We are incensed to them, cheap labor to work in their mines and factories, prompts for their propaganda, expected to smile and wave for the camera so the military can project the image of harmonious and happy nation ready for foreign investments. We are the folder for their war machines, lives no value that can be killed and mined, tortured and imprisoned and starved and left to die of disease and exposure of as if to please the generals of Burma army. They will do anything and everything in their power to send our country back to the Middle Age. In their eyes, the people of Myanmar are the new slaves, the military are the new lords, and Min Aung Hlaing will make himself a king. Today our people lie, slaughter, and a very national institution we painstakingly built since independence lies in ruins. Day by day, week by week, month by month, the military have shown deeper depravity and greater cruelty. Our country was betrayed, its own military and sworn a duty bound to protect the people, uphold the states, and they treacherously attack both in a bid to the solidifying their own power as a military dictatorship. A totalitarianism state worshipping only force, its brutal dictator Min Aung Hlaing. The military have continued their coup. The military have continued their coup for over 300 days. Each day represents a squander, violence, and to end destructions and to ease the suffering of innocents and defenseless, and the old and the young alike, the women, the men, and the children who make up our great country. At every turn, they have redoubled their effort to crush and suppress and oppress the people of Myanmar, to annihilate and arbitrate anything they hold dear. The military have made clear that they will accept only one outcome: the total eradication of every shred of independence, freedoms, and dissent of the country. For the last 10 months, they have tried to legitimize their coup. For 10 months, they have tried to terrorize the people into silence. For the last 10 months, they have tried to win the support of foreign power. For 10 months, they have failed. Our people have suffered the whip and the boot heel for the too long. Too often we have seen tyrants replaced by despots. Kings and imperial generals, dictators have all had their days. But now a new light dawns has come. The era of federal democracy is upon us. The military was coupled to inevitable. Our people will rely. They have trained, they have found every way to resist the military junta in Myanmar. They will only improve. The military will learn now that after decades of bombardments, murders, rapes, torture, intimidation, starvation, terrorism against the people of Myanmar, our people are not fear or scared anymore. Our people have no fear left. The military-owned cruelty has handled the people. They know hardship, they know sacrifice, they know hunger, they know loss, they know pain, but they know no fear. Not anymore. The military is outnumbered 100 to 1, with over 50 million people of Myanmar united at last and driven by the fire that cannot be extinguished. The military cannot win. They can never again seize the power from the people of Myanmar and press them into subverted. While the generals grow facts on their stolen wealth from the people of Myanmar and the country of Myanmar, they can only win this fight if the people give them a victory. And the people will never give the military junta the military generals in Myanmar anything again. Their time is over. Their days are in number. Victory is coming. This is the coldest terror the military has ever felt. They will do anything to cling to power. They will never give up what they think is theirs. The military's crackdown and the bombardments, the bombing, are nothing more than a wooden animal's frantic thrashing. A proof that the military know that the reckoning is upon them and is in their fear. They do only things that they have never known, destroy. But the military generals do not realize that they are old men, not fit to fight on the battlefield. Their strength comes from the young men they throw into combat, whose life they throw away like crumbs off their plates. The same men who now see their nation in flames, their countrymen dead on the streets, the men who are ordered to kill their own neighbors and compatriots. The men tasked with weaponizing starvation, disease, and exposed to exterminate the young of the nations, the very future of our country. Those young men now leaving the military in droves. Some to protect their families, some to protect their souls, some to save their own life. But all of them know, and the end of the military dictatorship is coming. And they all will want to be the winning sides of the history when it comes. To all my brave compatriots on the terrible day, I express my deepest respect and admiration and gratitude to all of you for pushing back against the military junta and refusing to accept their tyranny, protecting your fellow citizens from their cruelty, barbarity, and inhumanity. You are the true defenders, force of Myanmar. You are the heroes of the nations. You are the frontline holder of our freedom and democracy. It is you who have taken up the sacred duty of protecting our people and the country. It is the peoples from the enemies and the foreign domestic. From that event, when things look bleak, we are winning. The military are losing. Men losing support. The nose is tightening. Your sacrifice and struggle over the last 10 months have prevented our country sinking into the under 50 years of dictatorships. And it will not take under years to secure our victory. Together we will soon all reap the rewards of Federal Democratic Union of Myanmar that you fought and sacrificed to build. We must win. We will win. We are winning. Myanmar will rise stronger and the military will fail forever. This is my promise to you. So on this day, let us set aside times to remember and mourn all we have lost. But let us also take heart that the sacrifice have not yet been in vain. The struggle is nearing its ends, and from these darknesses we will craft the truly great nations of Myanmar that lights not only Myanmar or not only the region but to the world. Federal Democratic Union of Myanmar is coming. Ajidopo Aoyami, Ajidopo Aonebi, Ajidopo Mocha Aoyami.